Tonight, we now know the names of both victims who died from Thursday's mass shooting at Florida State University. Teru Chaba worked for a vendor on campus and is from Greenville, South Carolina.
And Robert Morales worked as the university's dining coordinator. He is from South Florida. Now, we are also learning more about the suspect, 20-year-old Phoenix Eichner, who is believed to have been a student at FSU. Court documents from 2015 show he was treated for multiple mental and physical health issues as a child.
The documents also show he was at the center of a years-long custody battle that led to his abduction to Norway by his mother. They were eventually returned to the U.S. and his mother was arrested and charged. She filed a lawsuit against Eichner's father and stepmother, claiming parental alienation and that emotional and psychological harm done to Eichner would be evident for years and would require counseling. Police say Eichner used one of his stepmother's guns to carry out the shooting.
WESH 2's Stuart Moore has been in Tallahassee for us and attended a vigil today for the victims. He also spoke with a friend of one of the victims and an FSU student who survived the Parkland school shooting.
We learned more about the victims who lost their lives in Thursday's shooting. Teru Chaba was a vendor for the dining services area, a father of two, shot and killed on site in the student union. We also learned about Robert Morales. He was a dining services director. Now, we spoke to one of his friends of 30 years. He says they went to Florida State together. He was able to found the Gordo's restaurant that you've seen across Tallahassee. He says he then sold that, went back to his alma mater, took over the dining services. He actually wanted to be back on campus after suffering from some health issues. Instead of taking time off, he wanted to be around students. The person that we spoke to says he's known him so long, they went to each other's weddings and they traveled together, and he's heartbroken by what happened.
Robert was very kind-hearted, smart soul, a loving man and friend, a true friend. You know, when we would hang up on calls, saying, "I love you, buddy."
He goes on to say that the family started a GoFundMe, but they really don't know where to go next. This was such an unexpected tragedy that they're dealing with, but he is inspired by the fact that him, friends, and other people who are around them, the greater Tallahassee community, is leaning on the family, giving them whatever they may need in this time of grief. Meanwhile, we also spoke to a student who was actually a student at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. She was there the year after the shooting, but at the middle school right next door when 17 people were shot and killed. She says she remembers getting the alerts into her phone that an active shooter was nearby back then, and when she got the shooting alert yesterday, she says that it brought back a bad memory.
I think the first thing that went through my mind was just there's no way, like just denial, like that this is happening again. It was weird because I remember the first time around that I was texting people, making sure they were okay, making sure they were safe, they were alive, and then just having to do that again for a second time was surreal.
Alexis says that she'll continue to fight for gun legislation, whether it be at the state capitol or nationally, but she'll continue to speak out to make sure that the next shooting is prevented. And of course, back here on campus, the vigil that wrapped up earlier had thousands of people in attendance. We heard from the student body president. We also heard from the president of the university, all offering their condolences and offering this time as a way to reflect, but also to come together. Reporting in Tallahassee, Stuart Moore, WESH 2 News.
Also on campus today, the group Students Demand Action held a separate vigil honoring the lives of those impacted by the shooting.
Let's walk you through a timeline of events surrounding the shooting. Tallahassee police say the suspect, Phoenix Eichner, got to campus parking garage around 11 yesterday morning. He stayed in the area for an hour, moving in and out of the car. Around 11:51, detectives say Eichner left the garage. Around 11:56, they say he fired the first shot. They say Eichner walked in and out of buildings and green spaces, firing a handgun. 2 minutes later, multiple 911 calls report the shooter at the same time as nearby officers are responding. By noon, 4 minutes after the first shot, officers shot Eichner and arrested him.
Now, students were allowed back to the student union today to get their belongings. Officials put students into a group and escorted them into the building. One girl returned to get her stuff, including her shoes that fell off while running from the gunfire.
Started to see everyone running from all these directions, and then I just ran off that way. Felt my shoes come off, didn't care, just kept running that way.
Thankfully, she made it to safety.